Hey, what's going on? This is Balaji O, the Procrastinator, and I have a question for you today. This is the question on everyone's mind right now. Which which president can put thousands of dollars in your pocket for every penny spent? Which president can put thousands of dollars in your pocket for every penny spent? It's not who you think, it's this one. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Now, why do I say that? I'm about to share a story with you about how a penny lead turned into a $1,900 offline check. This is Balaji O, and with my partner Guillermo, I'm about to show you exactly how you can duplicate this success story. Now, too many offline methods require you to get tons of leads, right? Everybody talks about how many leads you can get just to get one customer. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. What if you could use a super simple, secret, sneaky method, say that 3 times fast, to change that ratio? Okay, so maybe we're not trying to be sharks. So let's take out the sneaky. What if you could use a super simple secret method, okay, to change that ratio? It doesn't have to be sneaky, but at the same time, it's super simple and it's something that most offliners are not doing today. This is a method that can get you results like this, and this, and this. Here's how my man Guillermo did it with one customer. So Guillermo took this approach, this method that we're going to reveal in a second. It was one Saturday morning, and he decided to look for a new prospect to go after. So he used this tool, this proprietary tool that we've been working with, and he looked up the keyword beauty salon because he wanted to find beauty salons in his area. This one business popped up. He checked out her website, and her website was pretty bad. I mean, what's up with that? You have a beauty website that's ugly. I mean, the irony, is crazy. But this website needed help. It was a solid business, but the website needed help. So Guillermo reached out, right? Like we're trained to do as offliners. He reached out, and then he waited. He waited for that response. Now, here is where Guillermo's approach, I'm going to tell you what he did in a minute that was different, okay? But for now, suffice it to say that he reached out. And most of us reach out and we wait. And we wait, and we wait, and we watch that phone, and more oftentimes than not, it doesn't ring, or that return email doesn't come in, right? That didn't happen in this case. This lead, this prospect, this business owner called back fast. You see, Guillermo used the penny method, right? The Abraham Lincoln method, if you will, and it worked like gangbusters. Now, why did that happen? Why did she call back so quickly? Number one, the fact is that she was a business that needed help, okay? Not only was her website dying, but she knew it, okay? Number two, she was already investing in advertising, and I'll tell you how Guillermo knew that in just a moment. Number three, he used his secret sauce, the penny method. Okay, what is the penny method? What is this Abraham Lincoln method? Who is this president that's going to put money in our pockets, right, for just spending a penny or spending that little of our time? Okay, there are 5 steps to the penny method. I want you to take notes on this. Number one, step one, move the free line. Now, for those of you who have been studying Eben Pagan, if you're a student of internet marketing, you know who Eben Pagan is. Eben Pagan coined the phrase, no pun intended, he coined the phrase move the free line a few years ago. And moving the free line essentially has to do with giving more away to prospects initially than they might expect to build trust. As internet marketers, we're familiar with that, but it's sort of become a cliche thing, okay, where people will put up a squeeze page, they give away something cheap or, not really of significance, and then they try to hit the lead or the prospect over the head with the sale. They know the concept, they're just not doing it right. Okay, so Guillermo moved the free line. He gave this lead really helpful hints to educate her about what she needed. The funny thing is, a lot of these business owners, they know something's broken, but they don't know what they need. They don't know what they need. He didn't hit her with, hey, this is how your website sucks. No, he gave her value off the bat. Okay? And here's the thing, he also didn't try to close the deal the first time out, which is also known as a teenage boy on a date method, right? I mean, half of you, if you're a guy, you were a teenage boy once, okay? And you know how it was. I mean, come on. Not very much finesse, just trying to get right to the heart of the matter right away. Unfortunately, too many offline methods, they teach us the wrong way of doing this. They teach us to take that horny teenage boy approach, and it just doesn't work. Okay, so Guillermo moved the free line. That was step number one. Step number two, he built trust. Okay, this is important. Okay, too often offliners look like this to local business owners. Would you go in that van? If you would, listen, I need to have a word with you, okay? You need to not go in that van. And local business owners also, they get these email messages from too many offliners who are in a hurry, too many offliners who are mass marketing, doing me too marketing, and it sounds too good to be true. These local business owners, they might not know SEO, okay? They might not know reputation management, but they're savvy. They know business, okay? And they know relationships and they know people. And if you come across like this, you're not building that trust. Guillermo built that trust. But the thing is, even after he built that trust, the beauty salon owner's walls came down, and she was able to reveal to him that she really just didn't understand all these terms, these internet marketing terms, like what is SEO? What are backlinks? She didn't understand this stuff. Guillermo put in a lot of effort and hand holding into training her. And you know what else he did that was unique? And this is something that most offliners don't do either. He actually he showed that he believed in her business. See, he actually he didn't have to spend a lot of time. I mean, Guillermo's not going to the beauty salon every week. Don't worry, Guillermo, I got your back. I'm not going I'm not going, have people thinking that you're hanging out at the beauty salon every week. But listen, he spent 5 minutes learning about her business, and then he basically became her biggest fan in the conversations with her. He asked good questions, you understand, that got her talking and allowed her to understand that, okay, he isn't just coming to me like he knows all the answers, right? He actually is showing interest in my business. He believes in me as an entrepreneur, and that made all the difference. She saw Guillermo as her biggest fan. All right. Now, after he was able to move the free line and he was able to build that trust, and they now had a good relationship and conversation going, now he had to diagnose the problem, right? He had to basically be the doctor to point out what was wrong. Don't be Dr. Evil, though. Please don't come off. We just passed Halloween. Don't come off like some crazy deranged doctor, who's trying to pull out teeth with no anesthetic or whatever. Don't be Dr. Evil. You got to have a good bedside manner, basically. You need to propose ideas. Don't dictate ultimatums. Come up with ideas. Don't basically say, look, this is what you need to do. This is how much it's going to cost. No. I mean, you do know what they need to do, don't you? You're the expert. But you want to position it because, look, every business owner has a bit of an ego. Every business owner is the boss, okay? So don't come off trying to tell them what to do. Come off like you want to partner with them. Tell them, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Right? And what that does is that flows you directly into step 4 of the penny method. You get that stamp of approval from them because guess what? If they contribute even one tiny little idea, right? Let them take some of the credit. Trust me. This is psychology 101. I have two kids, ages 5 and 2, and if I try the direct way of getting them to do something and it doesn't work, I use reverse psychology. I use some judo mental tricks to make them think it's their idea, and boom, I end up getting what I want. I'm actually teaching my 5-year-old to get my 2-year-old to comply to things, because using the direct method with a 2-year-old doesn't work. This is not equating business owners to 2-year-olds. It's simply saying, use some psychology, use some of the stuff that you learned in your marketing classes, that you've learned from some of these great marketing courses. Get them to contribute some of the ideas, right? Not the core ones, because you're the expert, but let them contribute, a thing or two, and they will put their stamp of approval on it. Once they do that, forget about it, man. This is now their baby. It's their project. No longer are you trying to, stick them with a bill. They don't see it that way. No, you're basically here to help them implement their idea. So again, propose ideas, don't dictate ultimatums, and it now becomes a shared idea that they're happy to implement. After you get to that point where you're collaborating and your recommendations are they almost feel like, yeah, they came up with part of those recommendations. Now, they all of a sudden go from being a penny lead to a dollar deal. Okay, in Guillermo's case, this beauty salon owner, when she got to this point, she ended up giving him the contract to redesign her entire web presence. And not only that, after he designed her web presence, she was like, okay, but I need traffic now. I need people coming to see this beautiful and functional website. How am I going to get traffic? Boom. SEO contract, baby. Recurring, baby. $399 a month plus. Okay, so he signed her up for a web design deal. It was about $1,300. The SEO was $400 and change, and he had a couple of other one-time deals regarding hosting and maintenance. $1,900 customer off the bat, and this lead probably cost him a penny. Get this, or less, a penny or less to acquire this lead. Boom. Boom. You too can implement the penny method. That's the beautiful thing about it. Those 5 steps that I just laid out, that's stuff that you can do in your business today. Now, there are some really clever things that Guillermo used in terms of how he reached out, the language he used, the way he built trust, right, that I haven't had time to implement or to communicate rather in this short case study video. But I just want to show you that that wasn't a one-time result. That wasn't a fluke. This penny method works, okay? And it works, okay? And it works. Over and over and over again, Guillermo's been able to use this method to get results. Doctors, chiropractors, lawyers. He just signed a big-time chiropractor in Midtown New York. I think it was last week. And initially, she wasn't really trying to hear it because she'd heard from a lot of marketers before. Guillermo used this 5-step penny process. Boom, signed, deal, done deal. This is a chiropractor talking about, I will call you on your cell tonight. Folks, this works. So I don't want you to be misled by, I talked about earlier in the beginning about how too many methods try to teach you to basically go after a ton of leads, and it becomes this massive numbers game. That maybe, yeah, you go after 100 leads, you contact 100 leads, maybe you will get one client out of that, but that's not the only way to do it. We've shown that with the penny method, okay, you can basically almost go after one customer and sign that one customer. It is beautiful. So here's the deal. Guillermo and I are launching the offline penny puncher method and software, okay, on November 7th, the day after election. So you do get to choose a president again, and this time you're going to choose Lincoln, okay, because he's the president that's going to put dollars, thousands of dollars potentially in your pocket for every penny spent, as long as you have the penny puncher software and training. This is a novel approach, okay? It's all at once old school and novel because so many offliners are not doing this. We're going to do a 1-hour training session tomorrow. You need to get on that. Do not miss that training session. We're basically going to walk through a whole bunch of different case studies as to how Guillermo was able to apply this method over and over again and how you can duplicate these results. We're coming to the end of the year. It's time to get serious, folks. It's time to get serious about getting big results in your business. And I'm all about leverage and I'm all about systems, so that's why I really have enjoyed sharing the penny method with you guys today. All right, this is Balaji O, the Nocrastinator. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the penny method, and if you did, please leave a comment on the thread saying how much you enjoy this and that you're excited about getting access to the penny method software and training tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. We will see you in the live webinar training. I can't wait for it. On behalf of Guillermo and myself, thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the thread. Leave us a positive comment. We really appreciate you being a subscriber and a customer. Peace. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.